red carpet. You got to look your best. You got to make sure you're at the right angle in front of the photographers. But more importantly, there's some strategy to the draft too. And one of the things, Nick, is we know the experience you have with it that you hear a lot this time of year. Teams drafting traits as opposed to production and trying to find the balance of that. There's several guys in this draft that measure up that way. How did you evaluate that, looking at traits, a guy who should be able to do some stuff, and maybe the production didn't quite match?
Yeah, well, I was always a production guy because I always felt like a guy's got to have the right psychological disposition, and he can't be an outcome-oriented guy if you're going to be productive, because you're going to focus on what you need to do to get it right. And I think a lot of times when guys have talent, you just assume that they have that, and I don't think that's correct. You know, it's just like everybody's smart that goes to medical school, but everybody doesn't make it through, and some that make it through don't make good doctors. So it's the same kind of thing with athletes. You know, some of them have great talent, but they don't have the right psychological disposition. They don't have the right focus on paying attention to detail. And I think when people are process-oriented and they define, this is what I want, and this is what I need to do it, and then they have the discipline to execute it, that's when you get a talented player who becomes a great player. But there's a point in time, like when I was with Belichick, we always took the size, speed, talent guys later in the draft, thinking if we develop, we hit something big. But we wanted production guys that fit our criteria when we picked them early on.
Interesting.